Welcome to Salesforce Guru channel. In last session, we discussed introduction, what are the job opportunities, and what is Salesforce and all. So in this today, we will discuss major topic Salesforce objects. So Salesforce objects are very crucial topic in admin part. So in Salesforce, there are two types of objects there: standard objects and custom objects. So in this today's section, we're going to discuss these topics. Our agenda is what is object and significance of object, and what is the difference between standard object and custom object, and how to create a workspace setup, and we are going to create one custom object, and we will see what are the available standard objects. So for this one, so first of all we will discuss what is object. In Salesforce we have objects, right? See, object in Salesforce is like a table in database. If you are familiar with any databases like SQL or Postgres, any kind of database, so here in Salesforce, object is similar to table in the database, which stores data in form of rows and columns. So uh, in Salesforce, object is equivalent to table in the database, and fields. When we call a fields in Salesforce, it is nothing but column names, and records. When you are talking, when someone is talking like records in Salesforce like that, that means nothing but rows. So these are the Salesforce terminology, and you can map it to a database. So in database table we have, right? So in Salesforce we will call it like a object. So in columns, so the table, how it will be stored in the columns and rows. So columns are nothing but fields. So in Salesforce we will not call like a columns, it's we will call like a fields. So in say in normal database we will call like a rows. So here records. So for example, if you take this is an example of database. So here we have columns. So property name, price, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, price area, list done. These are the columns in the database. So in Salesforce, what we will call it's a fields. So we have record. These are the different property details. So we have around 10 records. So in database, what we will call? We will call it like a rows. And now what we will do, now we will going to see what is the standard objects available in Salesforce and what is the custom objects available in Salesforce. So in order to do that one, so I am going to first of all, many people, you have to create your workspace. So how you can go to Trailhead. So in any Trailhead you have a hands-on experience like this. So your challenges will be there, right? So if you go to challenges, either you can launch. See, currently I have, these are my Trailhead playgrounds. So if you don't have a Trailhead playground, go and click on the create playground, and you can play with it. So since I have already, when I click it, I open my Salesforce playground. So this is overview how your Salesforce arg will look like. So if I see, this is a sales arg. So if I go here, I can see this is my Salesforce arg. So here if you see, the Salesforce arg will come with some of the standard out of the box objects, what I told earlier. So Salesforce will come with some standard out of the box features, like in sales we need leads, we want accounts, tasks, contacts, cases. So it came with some of the standard functionality. So these are the standard objects. So if you want to create a custom object, so how we can create? So go to this gear icon, this is called setup. So click on that setup, it will open a new window. See, most of the times when you want to create objects, when you want to create a process builder, workflow, most of the times we are dealing here only. So it have a lot of functionality here. So go through all of these things when you, and understand what is the significance of each feature. So you have two tabs. One is home, so it lists all the available features, and second tab is object manager. Click on that object manager. So this object manager, you are able to see what are the objects available in your organization. So if you see, you have account, so many there. These are all standard objects, sorry, these all are standard objects type you can see. So if you want to create a custom objects, for example, my company is dealing with the properties, as I shown in that PPT. I'm going to deal with properties. So property is something, to create the custom object, click on create custom object. It will open new object wizard. So give the label. For example, my object name is property, so floral, it should be properties. Properties. So for now, just I will leave remaining default values. Just save it. So sorry, this already, this it's there already. So I will use some other, like vehicle. Vehicles. Otherwise I will create a new one. Click on create custom object, give label. So I will give vehicle. So floral is vehicles. Record name is leave default values, and click on the save. So here you can see my object name is vehicle, floral vehicles. So if you see API name, it's showing underscore underscore C. So this underscore underscore C represent this object is custom object. If it is a standard object, the API name will not have this underscore underscore C. So this is one important point to remember. So I created object, but I have to create fields. Currently it has certain defined fields, like arting fields, like created by, who created, modified, owner, and the name of the vehicle. So if you want to add anything extra, like you can create new field. So here if you see, there are certain fields data types, like for example, if you want to create name of vehicle, so it's obviously you have to select text. If you are going to create some ID auto generated, you can use auto number. So like that, if you have so many, like if you want to create a lookup relationship, so you can select this one. If master detail relationship, you have to select this one. So these we will discuss later. And checkbox, if you want to create checkbox field, you can create using, say, checkbox. Currency field, like if you have a amount, so usually amount will be in currency, right? So if you want to create, you can use this currency field. Date time, email, so number. So since I am creating the model, so I will use the text. So I will give my field name model, vehicle model. So if you are using the text, you need to mention length. So these are the, this red color is showing here. This indicates it's a mandatory, you have to provide a value, otherwise you cannot able to save. Click on next. And next, save. So I created model. So if you see, it also have the underscore underscore C. That means this is a custom field I created. So since after I created this object, I want to put some data to this one. So for that you have to add this object to tab. So what I will do, I will switch to my sales arc. So here click on this edit button to add object, custom object to tab. You can do this one. Sorry, I will go to again setup. Here there is something called custom tab. Click on the custom tab in the setting. So here select your object. So here you can able to see custom objects. It's showing I have 3 custom objects. One is a boat review, property and vehicle. So I will choose vehicle, and this tab style you need to provide, and remaining you can leave it. So since this is already using by some other custom object, I need to choose different one. So next you click on next. Save it. Duplicate object. Assign to tab. I will see whether this is already been assigned. Create custom or not custom object. Custom tab. Choose. Okay, I already added. Let me refresh. Service. Yes, it went. Actually, I added to the service cloud, so I can see the. So if you, I can create my vehicle. Vehicle number 123. Model Suzuki Baleno. So it created a record. I can see here. So if you want to add the vehicle name also, we can do that one. We will see that also in the page layouts. We can able to add that one. So this way you can able to create a custom object, and you can able to insert into the data. So thank you guys. Thank you for